What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got a fun little replay for you guys to check out, and this is actually Ancient Gear Demise. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, card of Demise and Ancient Gears, that might be kind of cheeky, Cap. Maybe that can work. No. When I actually say Demise, I'm talking the ritual, like King of Armageddon. I'm not talking about like card of Demise, and it's actually interesting because I feel like people have tried this in the past. The main concept is using Demise, King of Armageddon, to try and nuke the field, and then obviously trigger your Gear Town, and then summon a really big monster, and try and OTK your opponent. You play things like limiter removal and megamorph. This is like super old tech from the GX days. Demise was notoriously known for playing cards like that because those were kind of like OTK cards, and megamorph was usually a card that could double the attack of one of your big monsters because if you paid 2,000 life points from Demise, you were always lower than your opponent. So it's just a kind of it's a little bit of a throwback deck, and he's playing against a hero variant down here at the bottom that runs Red Resonator, which is actually going to pop off pretty damn hard if I don't say so myself. So he's going to Foolish Burial, and that gets him the Bubble Man. He goes for Red Resonator, summons Vision Hero Vion, that gets the Destiny Hero Malicious in the grave, and he's basically trying to set up for an Ultimaya's Zulkin play. Now here's the interesting part. He actually decides off Ultimaya's effect to get Bills, and I saw that and I was like, I don't know about that. Isn't Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon generally like the standard play? But let's just keep watching. So he gets his Malicious out, and he's going to actually turn that into a Danklaw. Then he activates Polymerization, and this is the really fun part. He gets Dragon Knight Draco a quest, and that's actually going to copy the effect of Ultimaya in the graveyard so that he can actually get that Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Now I don't really understand why he summoned the Bubble Man. I get him using Dark World Dealings. Maybe he was looking for like he's probably looking for a dimensional barrier or something like that, because this is a very strong field minus the Bubble Man. You've got the Dark Law, you have the Bills that is very difficult to kill, you have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. It's a very solid field. Unfortunately, his opponent opens with Sword of Concealing Light, and it's just like rest and pepperonis to all that fucking work. He activates Demise, pays 2,000 life points, and then it's just boom freaking boom. Your field is going bye-bye. And it just, I don't know, I haven't seen Demise played in like 8 years. This guy actually top decks a Max C, which is probably the worst possible top deck. I think, see, I don't know. I mean, if you said it, I don't even really know if that does anything, because, I mean, he's obviously going to activate Demise. Like, that's the great thing about Demise from the GX era is when there were no things like Solemn Strike in the game, and no Fiendish Chain or any of that, Demise was a very difficult card to deal with when it was already on the board because you couldn't set cards against it. It would just blow up the field and you wouldn't be able to do anything. And this was way before Judgment Dragon. So he actually activates the Gear Town. He responds with Max C. The problem is he's not probably going to survive this, as he's going to blow up the Gear Town, summons an Ancient Gadgetron Dragon, then activates Limiter Removal and Megamorph. The Megamorph, I don't even think does. Actually, it would double because it actually would double, I think, because I believe that he has less life points. Because, yeah, he's used Demise effect twice here. Although, maybe it didn't, because I would imagine, shouldn't he be at, what's it called? Seems like he should be at a higher attack, considering he used Limiter Removal and Megamorph Blitz. It's kind of irrelevant. Even with this 6,000 damage plus the 2,400, that is 8,400 damage on board without any additional attack. So even if this guy was at full health, it would be game anyway. So just kind of a little bit of a throwback deck. And I don't know, I thought the replay was kind of interesting. So if you guys enjoyed it, thank you very much. And thank you for watching. Subscribe if you have not already. Okay, so I went back and I figured out what happened here because this was really bugging me. So I went back and I watched it a couple of times. At first, I thought that he just had like higher life points, but that wasn't it. When he actually activates the Demise a second time, like he's going to play the Gear Town, then he activates the Demise, he'll be at 4,000 life points while his opponent down here with just the Lonely Max C is at 5,600. He screwed up the play. And if you're unfamiliar with these old school cards from like the original DM era and like the GX era, this is something that is kind of common. The thing about Megamorph is, and while it's very similar to Limiter Removal, they both kind of double attacks, but this one only doubles the original attack. So the way that you have to play these cards is you have to actually activate Megamorph first, and then you have to activate Limiter Removal after. The problem is he chained Limiter Removal to Megamorph. Since it's a quick play, that means that the Limiter Removal actually is going to resolve before the Megamorph. So basically the Limiter Removal activates on the Gadgetron Dragon, and it doubles its attack to 6,000, and then the Megamorph Megamorph kicks in and it's like, oh, I'm gonna double your original attack as well, but it only becomes again 6,000. So he just kind of screwed up the play. If he would have not chained, which I have no idea why he did that, maybe he just didn't know how it worked, but if he didn't chain, the Gadgetron Dragon's attack would have been actually 12,000 damage. So just a little just a little lesson for you guys. You see how he actually changed right here? This is what you shouldn't do. You let the Megamorph resolve first and then you activate the limiter removal, but he changed for some stupid reason, and you know, this is the type of stuff that can end up losing you a game IRL, but you know, it didn't really matter here. But I just want to explain why he didn't get the 12,000 attack.